Buckingham Palace is dealing with another major scandal, this time over a charity led by Prince Charles. Mark Phillips is in London with the latest on that. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Anne-Marie. Well, as you say, with this royal family, it seems if it's not one of the Queen's sons, it's the other. And right now, Charles is under public scrutiny. It's a complicated story involving the Prince's Foundation, which is one of the many charities that he's a patron of. And the allegation, which has surfaced in the press here late last year, and now the police have announced that they're going to investigate it, is that a rich Saudi businessman was approached by somebody in the charity and told that he would be given a fast track or some help with gaining British citizenship and perhaps even an honorary knighthood if he made a large contribution to the Prince's charities. Now, the Prince, we've been told, is not involved in the day-to-day operation of this charity. There was a former employee of the charities, a former footman to the Prince, a valet to the Prince, who was running these affairs. He resigned at the end of last year when these stories came out in the papers. But now the announcement by the police here that they are in fact going to investigate whether there's a cash for favors, as it's called, controversy scandal associated with the Prince's charities, has become pretty big news here, and especially as it comes in the week after Prince Andrew's out-of-court settlement became known in his sexual abuse allegation case, which he, of course, denies in New York. It's not a good look around here right now.
It's not a good look, and I can't help but to keep thinking about the Queen. This is supposed to be a great year of celebration for her, and she just sort of has one hit after another. And so now there's this. Has she reacted publicly at all?
Well, of course not. She doesn't react publicly to these sorts of things, but you're right. The hope very much here around the palace was that the dust would settle around Andrew and they could go on. Of course, it's the anniversary, 70th anniversary of her reign this year, and the party could now start. Now, Charles is under public scrutiny, and the controversy is surrounding the palace once again. It seems like she can't get a break, but queens don't react.
Queens do not react. It's so true. She did, however, just the other day, sort of, suggest what would happen with the royal family once she has gone. She talked about Camilla being queen consort and the suggestion that indeed Charles would become king. Could this, be a problem in terms of the succession, the line of succession?
Yeah, I'll give you a short answer, no. Charles will become king unless, of course, he predeceases his mother. But no, the whole point of the royal family is that there's an ordered succession, and that is what happens. The Queen has been trying to smooth the procession given the controversy of Charles' relationship with Camilla over the years. The question has always been what Camilla would be called when Charles rose to the throne. She will be called, as you say, queen consort. That settles that argument. That will happen. The question is what the public mood and what the public acceptance of a Charles kingship, if that's the word, will be.
Well, Mark, thank you very much.
Very welcome.